Well, hello there, everyone. My name is Adam, and welcome back to Golden Sun. So, we're here in this room, in the tunnel ruins leading to Venus Lighthouse. But before we can go and do anything else, there's a little thing I forgot. So let's go back and deal with that, shall we? And it is not this enemy encounter. Although we will also deal with it. Because, well, we can't just let these enemies get away with fighting us. That just can't be allowed to happen. So, with that out of the way, if we come down here, we can come to this room, and we can prove that Adam is in fact a moron by trying a power that I forgot. And our reward for doing so is an Oracle's Robe. Very nice. This resists water and boosts HP recovery. Now, Isaac cannot equip this. Garrett cannot equip this. Ivan cannot equip this. Only Mia can equip this. And it will lower her agility a little, but it will also boost her defense. So, we'll give that to her. And in return, we'll give her Ninja Garb to... well, it would be a straight boost overall for Garrett, so we'll give that to him. And what did Garrett have? Garrett had a water jacket. And that wouldn't be a boost for anyone else, so looks like he'll just be hanging on to that for now, until we can find something to do with it. So, that said, there technically is one more thing that I can do here that I forgot about while I was getting here last time. And so, with that in mind, time to do a little bit of backtracking. Quite a bit of backtracking, actually. All the way up here. Back to Baby Lighthouse. And, in fact, even further out of Baby Lighthouse. As we have to go all the way back to the entrance to Venus Lighthouse. That is, the entrance to Venus Lighthouse that we can get into from the world map. The not real entrance to Venus Lighthouse. It is rather frustrating, but our reward is another piece of loot that we can only get by doing this extremely convoluted process. Or rather, not convoluted, but very frustrating overall. So, let's go deal with it. Might as well, after all. Let's see. So we'll just deal with these enemies along the way. I am very glad that Ivan finally got Shine Plasma, as it is a lovely attack overall. And I'm also quite happy with how powerful we are, and how easily we can take down most of these enemies. As none of them are really very difficult to deal with, but they're still quite annoying. So let's see if we can finish these off. Not quite. Oh dear, Garrett appears to have been poisoned. That isn't good. So, down they go. And we'll go ahead and cure that poison on Garrett. And we're good. So let's be on our way. I also would like to apologize if I sound a little off. I've been rather sick lately, and it's been a very bad cough, and it's been really killing my voice. I'm doing my best to get back into it, but, well, It's just hard to talk sometimes and hard to really make many videos. So, thankfully, the trip back to Venus Lighthouse isn't a terribly long one. So once we're back here, we come up this way, and I try to remember where exactly we're going, as I cannot remember very well. And we'll just try and fail to run away. One of these days, I'll remember that it is incredibly difficult to actually run away from some enemies, and we have our synergy blocked. Unfortunate. So instead, we'll just lay waste to all who oppose us with other methods, such as an application of good old Aquasock. Old reliable. It'll never let us down. Mia's agility being lowered after getting rid of that ninja garb is really going to hurt a little bit. Maybe I shouldn't have taken it off of her. Oh well. Worst comes to worst, if it proves to be too much of a hindrance, we can always put it back. At least the ninja garb is a much better option than the elven shirt that I had on her for so long. Even if the elven shirt would provide a much larger boost to agility. So let's see. Coming up this way should lead us to where I need to go, or maybe not. I'm getting the distinct impression that I may have gone the very, very, very long way around to get to where I need to go. Yes, I think I did. I think I remember where to go. Sigh. Sigh. And sigh again. So, no, not that way either. Where do we go then? We need to get into that central room where there's the lines and dots on the floor. How did we get in there before? Not this way. This is probably going to make me look like quite a moron, because I'm sure I figured this out very easily on my first time through here, but it's been a while, and as I said, I've been sick, so I'm not exactly in the most clear-headed state of mind right now. But we'll figure this out eventually. So let's see, if we come up here, nothing we can do there. So obviously it's not that way. But then where is it? That is the question. Kraden and the others appeared. They did something to the statue that made the floor light up. Yes, how do we get to that room, though? Oh, gracious. Oh, goodness. Alright, let's... Oh, come on. I really don't want to fight these things. I just want to explore this dang lighthouse and figure out where I need to go. I need to think for a second. I'll be You know what, let's take a quick pause and I'll be right back while I think of what exactly I'm trying to do here. Alright, and there we go. It turns out I really was just being dumb and forgetful and not thinking super clearly. But that's not a surprise, given how I feel right now. So, now that I've remembered and reminded myself of what exactly I need to do to get to the statue room, let's go to the statue room. After a quick heal. So, up this way, not this way. Doggone it. Ugh. Right after I said I knew where I was going to. Go figure. So, up here. This may look like a dead end, but in reality, it is, the opposite of that. This is, in fact, exactly where we need to go, as anyone who watched the video where I came through here the first time will no doubt know. Or anyone who's played this game before will probably know as well. But that's neither here nor there. Let's just finish off these enemies and get on with this. So, we use reveal here, and discover another door that is in no way, shape, or form really hinted at. Ye who seek to climb Venus Lighthouse, I shall grant thy wish. The path long closed shall not be opened here. That path begins far, far away on the soil of an ancient people, with the sunrise to your left as you gaze upon the lighthouse. And speaking to the statue here again, alters the way that things are lit up on the floor. Now, what does that do, you may ask? I am so glad you asked, actually. Let's go find out. Other than walking out of here, because I'm just tired of this lighthouse, let's retreat and get out of here. And we'll be back on the world map right away. And as such, we can just do a quick jog right back up here, back into and through the town of Lalivero, back up onto the road to Baby Lighthouse, back through this area, into Baby Lighthouse, and then we can head downstairs. And since we've already done the puzzles here, we can just roll right on through. And continue to be rather frustrated by the enemies down here, who just seem to adamantly refuse to let us run away. The battles here aren't even challenging, I just really don't want to deal with them. So, I won't. And we're already back here. So, if we come up here, we use our secret mind powers to reveal the button, open the door, head on through. Oh, gracious. We'll go ahead and fight this one, just because it's not worth trying to run away repeatedly. And, Garrett seems to have come down with a haunting, which that is not a very good thing. I'm not entirely sure how to, get rid of that. Let's see. Do we have any synergy that can do that? What about Genie? see. Ah, heal all party ailments. That might do the trick. We'll have to remember to use that in our next battle. And as we see here in the tunnel ruins, the pattern of lights and tiles on the floor has also changed. This means something rather interesting for us. In that, well, we'll need to go a slightly different way to get where we're going. And I do mean slightly different. So, we'll move this pillar over again. We've already done these puzzles the first time, so... some of them at least. So we'll just run right on through again, until we get to the ones we haven't done yet. Which will namely be right here, as now we can come over this way, and access another area. So, what do we do here, you may ask? Why, we do that, of course. So, we'll just do that again. But this time, nothing happens. So, what do we do in this situation? Well, what's different between these two pillars here? That's right. One is full of water, and this one isn't. So, we fill it up with water, and that does the trick. And we can then hop right on over. And for our trouble... For our trouble, we can deal with some incredibly frustrating enemies. So let's go ahead and deal with them. And we'll heal the party of all their ailments. Hopefully that will take care of haunting. I can't remember how you cured that one otherwise. There we go. Garrett was cured of his haunting. And we'll go ahead and heal everybody up while we're at it. Man, seeing Garrett be faster than Mia is surreal. So we'll go ahead and set that genie back on Mia. And we're back here again. But we don't want to go this way just yet. Let's go poke around on the other side first. And see what we can find over there. Ah, doesn't this look familiar? I wonder if the same trick will work. Ah, indeed it will. And we find Ashura's armor. Now doesn't that sound nice? Boosts attack and replenishes HP. Well then, that does sound nice. And we can give that to Garrett. But, well... it would only be a minor increase in attack for either Isaac or Garrett. But it would also be an increase in defense for Garrett. So, we'll give it to him. And that means the ninja garb that he has can be given to someone else. It won't really be that much of a boost for anyone else, but we can always give it back to Mia. We'll give it to her and have her hold on to it. Because, well, the 10 HP recovery that the Oracle's robe grants just isn't worth it compared to the extra agility and healing utility granted by the ninja garb. So, Mia is once more a ninja. Or at least, dressed like one. So, yes, at the end of the day, we came back here entirely for another piece of armor. Was it worth it? Possibly. It is a fairly decent piece of armor, only mitigated by the fact that the ones we have now are already so good. If we didn't have some of the ones we have now, I have no doubt it would have been a much better find. But given that we do, its usefulness is somewhat downplayed. Still, it was a very nice find for our good buddy Garrett, so can't fault it too much. So, what do we do here, you may ask? Well, here we need to do an extra step and freeze this water puddle. Maybe we need to be at the right level for that first. So let's try that again and freeze the water. Am I not doing this right? Ah, there we go. Ah, those persnickety little pixel-perfect placements you have to do. And so we arrive over here, on the other side, and we come back to this room. Now, let's go ahead and solve this quote-unquote puzzle while we're here. The statue seems to speak to your soul. Violet shines southeast of me. Red shines due west of me. Red shines northwest of me. Yellow shines northeast of me. Violet shines southeast of me. Now, there is a very easy way to figure out the placement of these statues. For anyone that is south of anyone, that means they can only go in the top or middle in the top or middle place. So, that means that the red statue here has to go either in the top left or the middle place. Red shines due west of me. So that means this one has to go... By process of elimination there, we can figure out that means that red has to go up here. And that since red is due west of the white statue, or blue statue, whatever you want to call it, that means it has to go here. So, what does this one have to say? Yellow shines northeast of me. There's only one place that anything could be northeast from her, so we'll put the green statue in her place right over here, in the bottom left. Red shines northwest of me. Alright, so purple could go in either of the two places left. What about you? Violet shines southeast of me. Well, that answers that question. So we'll push this one over into her proper place. And then we'll push the final one up and into her place. And our reward is the door opens. So, let's move on. Ah, a wild griffin. Alright then, we can handle that. Twin beaks. Ow, that hurt. But that's one more enemy down. And we can move on up here. And we arrive in Venus Lighthouse. And we get a synergy stone for our troubles. We're not going to use it yet though, since everyone is fairly topped off. We are, however, going to pause here and tackle the lighthouse properly, fully, in a fresh video. So, well, until then, until then. See you next time, everybody.